This is Hank, one of the many dogs waiting to be adopted in Hlisnini shelter in Swansea. Hank is coming from a home where he was maltreated, and he is just one example for the responsible dog ownership problem in Wales, where 1 in 3 homes have a dog as pet. Florence Garati-Stephens has been helping Hank to trust humans again.
Hank was really underweight. He wasn't kept well at all. He was outside with no shelter. It didn't look like he was being fed like he should. There was no water to be seen. So he wasn't being treated the best.
Shelters in Wales are filled with dogs like Hank. In fact, a latest research in UK showed that over 8,000 stray dogs were picked up in Wales alone. And these dogs have one thing in common. Whether they are big, small, young or old, they have all been disappointed by their humans. Sally Hyman, the chairperson of the shelter, has dedicated 45 years of her life to helping animals and has witnessed dogs being left by their families countless times.
February, March, people who've had a puppy at Christmas, they sometimes want then for us to take it. They often want us to take a puppy or even an older dog before they go on holiday because it's cheaper. It's an awful thing to say. It's cheaper to give their dog to us, go away on holiday and come back, get a new dog, than put their dog into a kennel. Most of the dogs that come in are not from elderly people, but from middle-aged or even younger people.
Friends of the Dogs in Cardiff is also dedicated to rehoming dogs. They take 80 to 100 dogs per month, and the numbers reach their peak especially in months following Christmas and before summer holidays. Susie James, chairperson of the shelter, says another big problem is senior dogs that are usually left by older people who can take care of them.
One of the things I do struggle with is when elderly people in particular, when their families say, oh, we'll get a dog to keep my mum company. It's like, no, that's your job. Don't visit it on a dog. Like Jessie, she was not born to sit on an old lady's lap all of her life, get fat, and not enjoy a puppyhood, and not enjoy walks in the park, and not enjoy going out playing with other dogs. But unfortunately, we do see, especially with elderly dogs, a lot of elderly dogs who come in because their owners are really not able to care for them anymore.
Pip is an example of how things could go wrong when an elderly person is expected to take care of not only themselves, but also a dog. He was severely obese and in pain when he was left to the shelter.
I have to say he probably wouldn't have reached his 13th birthday if there hadn't been this intervention, because he simply couldn't walk. His nails had curled round his paws, they sort of pierced his back paw, curled round and tucked back under. So apart from the weight issues, he had too much weight to carry on his little legs. He was in a lot of pain when he came in.
Charities are inviting authorities to educate people in responsible dog ownership. No dog deserves to end up in a shelter, but with the summer months approaching, it is inevitable that many of them will be let down by their humans.